They call this Middle Creek. It runs down through here. Been good little nave trout in there.
1,750 miles from home. You know, there's no electric here. There's no phone service. You're out here on your own, but it's kind of the way we like it when we come here. You do the toaster for me?
You can butter your own toast. Back east where we're from, if you don't own land, you don't get to hunt very much. I mean, there's not much public land. There was some, but not like it is out here.
Less is food. Amen. High country, to me, it looks like it never ends here because as soon as you get over one ridge, there's another ridge and another ridge and another ridge. And, you know, somewhere there's a top, but it's hard to find.
In 2005, Clarence Haymaker, Robert McFarland, and 5 others purchased the 24-acre Middle Creek, Colorado property and built a small cabin.
Most of the time, we just come out to hunt.
And the 24-acre parcel was located in the perfect spot to hunt.
We have extremely good access area to National Forest and BLM. We're completely surrounded on the east and west by BLM and National Forest. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of acres back there that nobody gets to hunt because they can't get in.
The pristine rippling waters of Middle Creek and a lifetime of land to hunt surrounds this tiny cabin. But it was time to move on.
If we weren't old, if we were young, hey, yeah, we wouldn't, this would be a different thing for us. But, you know, we're up in our mid-70s heading to the uppers and, you know, bad knees, knee replaced, you know, bad shoulders, bad hips, everything, we're falling apart.
After 16 years, the group has decided to sell the property. A golden opportunity for someone to gain access to the adjacent public lands. The 24 acres along Colorado's Middle Creek is precisely the type of property the RMEF lands management team looks for.
The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation looks for strategic parcels that allow access into existing public lands. So when we look at a project like Middle Creek 2, it's exactly what we're looking for. It's that small strategic parcel that allows us that access in at a point where there weren't other access points nearby. Landscapes that have overpopulation of elk objectives, those hunters can then access that and help the land managers manage those elk populations. We also look for parcels that will allow land managers themselves to get in there and, you know, work on that habitat, ensure that there's quality habitat for those elk herds.
For those reasons, the Bureau of Land Management Colorado also has interest in making these 24 acres public, which makes them the perfect partner to RMEF.
The long-term ownership of a parcel is really important. It's critical. In this case of Middle Creek 2, you have surrounding landscape that is really Bureau of Land Management, on the outreaches, Forest Service. It was an obvious choice of the long-term ownership.
Not only will the public gain easier access to these lands, but also it's going to play an important role in preserving habitat.
It's vital that the Elk Foundation identifies the right long-term owner and maintains great partnerships with them.
A common misunderstanding is that the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation is in the business of purchasing these type of properties to take ownership of them. In reality, RMEF uses its position as a nonprofit to purchase these properties quickly and efficiently, then transfer those properties into public ownership, as is the case with Middle Creek and the Bureau of Land Management.
You know, their main focus is let other people see the elk herds, for people to have access to get back to places that they can't get. Because I'm telling you, this section here, if it's not opened up, you're not getting in there.
That is our role. That's what we do very well. We are equipped with a team to do that, with the tools to do that, work with that landowner, secure that property for the end result, and, you know, reducing that immediate urgent threat of accessing that parcel. We've done a small 3-acre parcel all the way up into, the thousands of acres or tens of thousands of acres. So the Elk Foundation is strategically, armed to get these projects done and do them well.
About 640 million acres, or 28% of the 2.27 billion acres of land in the United States, are public. Nearly 16.5 million acres in 22 states alone remain landlocked because of private lands adjoining or surrounding them. When a place like Middle Creek goes up for sale, it's imperative the RMEF is ready to act.
I don't understand much about how BLM and National Forests, when I first come here, I didn't know what BLM meant. Wherever there's BLM land, it's public access.
You can go right up this hollow here and go for miles. We've walked, I don't know, all day.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to find a place like this.
Oh, it's not here. It's nowhere. Robert is an expert at woodworking, and we may get him to make a plaque up and put inside this cabin built by, put our names on there and when it was built, and we could get Robert to make that. He's good at that stuff.
This is probably one of the nicest places out here that I've ever been. I just enjoy being out here.
Unforgettable times. We're public people, so it's not like we're losing it. It's just changing hands.
The number one reason why people stop elk hunting, or the number one reason why they don't even attempt it, is because of access. It's confusing, it's hard. When we dive into a project and we say we're gonna do it, we see it through to the end.